Hello students, as we are active in the unit 2, as you know that we have been discussing most important portion of organization behavior, important chapter, that is leadership. I told in my last 2-3 classes who is called leader, what is leader, leadership. I try to distinguish different concepts. I defined it well with help of a precise definition. I also discussed the nature, feature and characteristics of leadership and what are the prerequisite qualities to become an effective leader. I discussed more than 10 qualities to become a successful leader. As far as this present topic is concerned, we are discussing. I discussed a portion of the leadership style last class. I told there are 7 to 8 leadership style which usually practiced in different organizations by different leader. So today I will discuss the next portion, but just before that, what I discussed in the leadership style. In leadership style, I told you the most popular leadership style, 2 important and popular leadership style. First, it is autocratic leadership style. Autocratic leadership style. Second is democratic leadership style. I just want to just revise whatever I discussed last class. Autocratic leadership style is a kind of a type of leader, those who try to impose the command, the authority completely, and they simply try to acquire the job from them at any cost. They do not give that much of freedom and independence among them. They are completely not allowed to take decision, participation, suggestion at any point of time. Rather, they are required to follow the order, the instruction which has been assigned and offered by the leader. So here leader's role acts as a tyrant. Tyrant means one man army, one man industry. Tyrant approach usually leader shows. In case of autocrat, I discussed in detail. I don't want to go again what is happening in what is really going in case of autocrats or autocratic leadership style. I don't want to revise in detail. Democrat is the opposite of autocrat, where the participation, the involvement, and the followers' involvement is always initiated. Leader allows, encourages, inspire the followers, the executives, the team members to participate in the form of their opinion, in the form of their suggestion, and they are free to participate and give their part, contribute their part, and the leader ultimately take decision, but after considering everyone's opinion into the mind. That is what Democrat said. I also discussed this particular style of leadership in detail last class. I don't want to go again. But today I will discuss next 2 leadership style. First it is Lessaiz-Fair leadership style, and third it is Bureaucratic leadership style. So these two were discussed last class. I don't want to go in detail, but in detail I will discuss today Lessaiz-Fair, or it is also known as free rein leader. Free rein leadership. So this is very typical style of leading people. You cannot find this kind of pattern mostly. This most kind, where the leader is most kind enough, he do not want to involve himself for the sake of the objective, achievement of objective. A very kind fellow. Before going to the concept of Lessaiz-Fair leadership style, let me tell you that Lessaiz-Fair is not a English word. It's a French word. It's a French term. This has been derived from French word Lessaiz-Faire, which means let them do. Let them do. What is now? I think the concept would have been understood well. That let them do means unko karne do. Let team members, let subordinates, let executives do by their own. In case of Lessaiz-Faire leadership style, the leader tries to offer maximum scope to the group leader, to the group members. They give maximum and optimum chance to the group member to take their own decision, to supervise their own action, to looking forward their own objective. So what is the role of leader then? So leader's work is just to inform what is their objective. Here the leader simply tries to inform people this is our objective. And how they will fulfill their objective, it depends. It clearly depends on the action, planning, program manifested by the followers and the executives. The subordinates will design and frame their own objective, own program, plan, procedure, strategy by their own, and they govern their activity independently, because nobody is there to command, nobody is there to supervise the action of subordinate. Here, Lessaiz-Faire is the highest form of flexibility. This is the highest form of flexibility of all the leadership style. Of all the leadership style, you can say Lessaiz-Faire is the most and optimum degree of flexible and independency usually given in the group. It seems very awkward to hear, definitely. Is this really a kind of leadership really do exist in the organization? I can say yes, it do exist in the organization. In certain condition, we find such kind of leadership. I can say you that in cricket ground, whenever a cricket match goes, you see the behavior of a captain. What a captain does, a captain each and every ball, each and every occasion, each and every time, he simply do not go to the team player to instruct, because the team players are well aware about their task. So whatever strategy it is prepared, it is auto executed by the each and every members. I mean to say that because they are experts, so when a group or a team consisting of expertise kind of people, when a group or team consisting of the masters, so they are well aware about their duties, the responsibilities, the method to follow, the function to perform. They know it well. They always ready to perform it positively. Sensitive people, I can say a group where consisting of sensitive people, expertise people, their leader's role is very limited. Very limited. So Lessaiz-Fair leadership pattern usually work where the group or team consisting of expert kind of people, master kind of people, or you can say sensitive fellows. So there the leader's job is very limited, where leaders has to perform very limited. He has to just tell or communicate them that what is to do, but how it is to be done, the executives, or I mean the subordinates, they are well aware of it. So means what to do may be spoken, but how to do, by whom to do, when to do, and where to do, that would be decided by all the. I think you understood. Still, I just want to give you one more example, in practical example, by giving a character into the scenario. I can say that the father of our nation, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, was a Lessaiz-Fair leader. Why, you know? Because he just give a slogan to people, a slogan, an appeal to people of our nation, and he never command, delegate authority to anybody. He simply give an appeal. Voluntarily, people came down from office, from court, from school, university, colleges, from village, town, cities. Voluntarily they come. They came. And they came with and they motivate themselves. Self-motivation works. Self-motivation works. It means automatically people understood their role, their job, their goal, everything. They decide, the action they will perform, they decide. But the leader's job was just to appeal, just to do. So I can say best form of leadership, if you want to understood, then I can say father of our nation, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, was a Lessaiz-Fair or free rein leader who never believed in physical presence or participation is necessary in order to achieve the goal. This is why I told it's a typical form of leadership, because it's at the present time it hardly exists, or it exists very situationally. It exists. What are the advantage and importance of this kind of advantage and disadvantage? Both sides I will touch. If we will talk about advantage, it's the most flexible and most innovative form of decision making you will find in this kind of leadership pattern. That's true, because the role of, you can say, the leader is very minimal. It means the leader simply has to watch behind the screen physically. So it means the subordinates are more creative, extremely innovative, more actively work. So it's a very good advantage. Second is fast in decision making. So no delay in decision making. On spot they can take decision. The the subordinates, the followers, simply, I can't say there is anybody follows. So you can say the team members, they take instant decision whenever it requires. So no delay of action. So instant action and active effort is also another important another advantage of this Lessaiz-Fair or free rein leadership. What else? Another important key advantage of this particular leadership pattern, I can say, that is, this is most flexible form of leader which minimizes the burden at the top level. In organizations, if this kind of leadership has been shown, which simply minimizes the burden at the top and middle level. It means when the task is numerous, बहुत ज़्यादा जहाँ पे काम होता है, and the leaders is to perform 10-15 function. So if being a Lessaiz-Fair leader, he try to assign the task and remain silent. It means it reduces the job burden of the subordinate of the leader and medium top and middle level executive. So these are the various advantages what I can say. It also exists certain disadvantages, like certain disadvantages, certain, you can say, certain demerit too, like it leads to ineffective behavior, because the existence of leader is not found. Where the existence of leader is unfound, then you can say the subordinates may not, there may be a chance of ineffective and behavior, because if they are not sensible enough, this may lead to there is wastage of time, money, effort and resource. This may lead to this kind of disadvantages, which make the subordinates lazy, and this may leads to you can say that less effective or less productive approach may result. This could be the disadvantages what we may find in case of Lessaiz-Fair due to third pattern. So this is what Lessaiz-Fair free rein leader is all about. Next leadership pattern, it is bureaucratic leader. Bureaucratic leadership style. Bureaucratic leadership style is that pattern of leadership style which where the leader may allow or may not allow the subordinates, the followers to participate. It may be allowed, but not necessarily it would be considered. May not be clear. I can say in case of bureaucratic leadership pattern, the followers, or you can say the subordinates, are simply required to give their opinion, suggestion, contribution and participation, but within the scope of the organization policies, procedure only. That means their scope has been set up. They can't go beyond their scope. They can't exceed the limit of the policies and procedure of the organization. I can say that if the policies, procedure of the organization is not known, the subordinates cannot prefer to give any opinion themselves. That means in bureaucratic form of leadership style, the supervisor or the leader tries to get their opinion, but within the framework of the organizational policies and methods. So, another point the supervisor has to consider while taking the opinion, he instructs the subordinates, you can give your opinion after considering the past performances and old practices, what was going in the organization. So by considering the old pattern of methods, the past activities into your mind, and the organizational policies and procedure into your consideration, you can give your opinion and methods. You can give your opinion and participation. It means you can say, indirectly we can say, they are not allowed to be very innovative and modern. They cannot very creative. In case of bureaucratic leadership style, the leader won't allow the subordinates or the follower to be very innovative, because they are restricted towards certain rules, regulations and policies which is prevailed or which is constituted by the organization. It means they have to work according to the rule regulation. So in bureaucratic leadership pattern, it hardly accepts the view, it hardly accepts. So more or less you can say it is very related to autocratic leadership style. But in autocratic leadership style, no policies and procedure of the organization consider, the leader considers his own policy. But in bureaucratic leadership style, the leader consider the leader considers the policies and procedure of the organization. So usually when the organization is big and orthodox in its nature, they usually follow this bureaucratic leadership style. So where the subordinates' opinion may be rejected, may be ignored, because that is out of the practice of the organization. So so at the present or modern time, successful organizations do exist in such kind of, you can say, in state governmental organization. In India, we will find bureaucratic organizations who runs different departmental organizations in India, which run under state or central government or local government. So you can say all the state, local government, they follow the bureaucratic leadership style. They have been assigned certain power, certain authority. The organization offers certain power and authority to the authority to the leaders, and within that power and authority, they try to execute the task and in order to achieve the target and goal. So you can say the district collector, secretary, all the administration, district administration, whoever is working at the present pandemic condition, they are all bureaucratic leaders. They work according to the policies, procedure, program within the framework of the state and constitution. You must understand what I am talking. So these are the very good example of bureaucratic leader, where in bureaucratic leader the leaders are being restricted by certain rules and guidelines, and the subordinates are also allowed to work within the framework of the organization and administration. So this is all about two important form of leadership style: Lessaiz-Fair leadership style and bureaucratic leadership style. Next class I will discuss next 2 to 3 more leadership style, that is charismatic leadership style. It's a very vibrant form of leadership pattern. With example I will tell. Next, transformational leadership style and situational leadership style. These three type of leadership pattern has to be discussed in very next class onwards. Thank you very much for being with me, and hope the learning process going usual, convenient to you people, and I will try my best to reach you people with more innovative form of learning through interact you in form of presentation and interaction with you people. Thank you very much. Thank you.